In this video, we are going to go over the steps of the sliding filament theory. It is important to have a foundational understanding of the structure of the thin filaments and the thick filaments, as well as the structure of the sarcomere, before getting into this video. I do have other videos describing those different structures, so if you want to, you can go watch those first and then come back and watch this one. All right, so when a muscle is contracting, the first thing that happens is that calcium, here in yellow, is going to bind to troponin, right? That calcium was released from the sarcoplasmic reticulum, and it binds to troponin, causing it to change its shape and pull this orange line, right, called tropomyosin, off of these little dark purple actin binding sites, right? So these little binding sites on the actin are for myosin to interact with. So now, troponin has pulled off the tropomyosin. Those are available for myosin to interact with. However, myosin is too far away to actually interact with them. So myosin needs to get a little bit closer in order to be able to bind to those binding sites. And it's going to do that by breaking down this ATP that it has bound. All right, that process is called hydrolysis. All right, so we say that the myosin hydrolyzes the ATP, meaning it breaks it down into ADP and phosphate, and that causes the myosin to sit up in what I refer to as an energized state. All right, so now it is sitting up and it's close enough to the actin that they can interact with each other. So when these two are interacting, we say that they have now formed a crossbridge. That just means that actin and myosin are bound to each other. Okay, so now we've formed our crossbridge. The next thing we need to do is actually move, right, and shorten our sarcomere. So that is accomplished when the myosin releases the phosphate that was broken off of the ATP. All right, so it's going to release that phosphate, and it causes myosin, the little head of myosin, to pivot forward. Okay, and it's bound to actin now, so it's going to pull actin with it. So it pulls actin towards the M line of the sarcomere. All right, this kind of pivoting and pulling motion is called a power stroke. All right, and so once myosin has completed its power stroke, it needs to relax so it can do it all over again. So that is accomplished by releasing this ADP that is bound here. So that ADP is let go of, myosin can relax back down, grab a new fresh ATP to hydrolyze, and then go all the way back to step 2 and go through all these steps again. And so this is done over and over and over by all of the myosins that are present in the sarcomere at the same time. Right, and that'll help to shorten the sarcomere and contract the muscle.